Good morning, traders and investors. I'm Joel Elconin, and welcome to Premarketinfo.com. Before we get started with our regular show here today, we have a special guest from the Benzinga News Desk, Jake LeCure, and he has his outlook for this morning's jobs report. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning, Joel. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so what's your twist on this jobs number?
Well, I mean, you look at the ADP numbers earlier this week. They were expected to come in at 200,000. They came in at an actual of 158,000. Then you had challenger job cuts on Thursday, which were up 30% year over year, which is an absolutely awful rating for that number. And then you look at the estimates that we have set up for today. Non-farm payrolls are expected to come in at 190,000, which is a very high number. Compared to the last few months, while private sector payrolls are expected to come in at 200,000 and unemployment is expected to come in at 7.7%. We have some very bearish ratings earlier this week with at least fairly high estimates for today. You factor in the fact that we're in the off season for retail sales right now, so all the holiday retail jobs have, the seasonal retail jobs at least have started to go away now. And so that's going to probably take a hit onto the number. And so I just don't see that we're going to really be able to make these numbers.
So what you're saying, based on what we've had come out this week, there's too high expectations for the number, and it might be, even if it's a decent number, people are perhaps nervous here to take in some profits. So your expectations at the street they're a little high, and we've had some bad numbers earlier in the week. Okay, Jake, thanks a lot for your input here, and we will go on with the rest of the show. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the S&Ps here. Did get much of a pop at all overnight. Got over the close. Got to 1555 and a quarter. Our low is 1543 and a quarter. We just have to keep an eye on that 44 low from 2 days ago. We popped above that. I think we take out just our current low here, 1543 and a quarter. Boy, I think you're going to get down into the mid 1530s. You did have some major support at 1535 and 36. I don't think 39 is going to do much. So if you do get a pop and we get anywhere back to the close, it might be a place you want to perhaps try a short. Another thing affecting the market this morning, Greece is going to delay the full Troika report. I'm sure that's a big shocker to our listeners out there. George Soros kind of spooked the market overnight, talking about the Bank of Japan taking on risky policies and a possible decline in their currency, which wouldn't be good. So just a lot of negative sentiment out here this morning. It almost makes me bullish. Just moving on with the overseas thing, let's just take a look at Deutsche Bank here. This stock has been under pressure. Come on, Deutsche Bank. Okay, this stock has just been on a cliff here, trading down only 17 cents in the pre-market, but you have to look at this double bottom that you have here in the stock at 38.91. Perhaps that will be support if we come down into that area. Again, just looking at some of these I just was looking at these European banks, and they all have just been falling off a cliff. Just worries over Europe, and we know what happened last time things, got going over there. It definitely spilled over into our markets. ING, there you go again. European stocks are weak, and that seemed to have spilled over into the U.S. banks. We had talked about Goldman Sachs breaking that 145 level yesterday. Snuck back up there. If you were 145 trying to sell, you didn't get it. Now it's trading below this double bottom here at 142.18 to 142.24. That's going to be minor resistance, but you got to think with any more negative news in this stock, we might be seeing the $140 level. 139.62 was our low on January 17th. The Bank of America stock cut some jobs yesterday, got a little pop on it, trading down in the pre-market. Exact double bottom at 1172. So let's keep an eye on 1172. Double bottom there. If not, we could easily see this 1150 level, and we have a gap underneath that to fill. We had the high of 1145. So let's see if this 1172 holds up in Bank America. Sticking with the U.S. bank theme here, J.P. Morgan has also been declining, trading down in the pre-market as well. Let's keep an eye on this low at 46.53. That was a low from 2 days ago. Coincides with the low that you had right in January 29th at 46 and a quarter. The big loser today, FFIV. Boy, analysts are just not being nice to this stock at all. You get Citigroup, Wonderlook, BMO, and Piper Jaffray got things started here with some downgrades here. Now here's a situation where you've had the steep decline already. You found support earlier this morning at 74.60. We're just hanging above there. You really haven't got a pop yet. I would look at this $76 level as minor resistance. Going to the daily chart here. This stock, well, the daily's not going to do anything. Let's look at the weekly. Let's see what the lows we had back here. Boy, you had a low at 75.55 back in September of 2011. We're already trading below that level. I would look at perhaps getting down to the $70 level. Nice round number like that. But that would get it down 20 points, which would really be abusing the stock. It spilled over to some other stocks in the sector. Cisco, we haven't looked at that chart in a long time. Looking at the daily here, we did have support at 20, just under the 2050 level. Had a low at 2044. Also, you had another low at 2040. That's currently where we're trading now. Let's take a look at the pre-market activity in Cisco Systems. It's just kind of a slow leak here. The low in the pre-market is 2031. We're only 4 cents above that. So spilling over into Cisco, also another stock that's being affected in that sector. Let me get the symbol here. RVBD. Don't put that one up there too much. Riverbed, and it's doing you-know-what in the bed here in the pre-market, down 30 cents here, hanging out at the $1440 level, got to pop up to $1470. Looking at the daily chart, this stock has just been skimming along the bottom here, but $1450 so far has been the low of the move. Let's keep an eye on here. If it takes that out, things will continue to go south for this stock. Looking at the weekly here, under the $1450 level, you have some lows back in July, into July at the $14 even dollar level. So that stock's holding up a little bit better. Another high flyer in this sector, CXTS, I believe what it is. Don't have Dennis here helping me with the symbol, so it makes it tough here. Looking at the daily, this stock, it's trading down $2.50, currently trading at 67.23. Looking at the pre-market activity, you did get down to the $67 level. That's going to be minor support. Looking at the dailies here, you do have another low, decent support at 66.19. Other stocks in the news. All right, so you're not. My stock is. Oh boy, it's frozen on ADS. Is anybody else just seeing ADS? Okay, how about now, guys? Okay. Sorry about that. Little mechanical failure here. Okay, so we will pick up here with Facebook. Facebook in the news here yesterday, coming out with their a new product here. Got a nice pop yesterday up to the $27 level. Currently trading above that in the pre-market. Got upgraded at Argus. Also, Oracle Research is hopping on the bandwagon here. They're looking to take some business away from Google. I think talking with the analyst here at Benzinga, although they're still using the Google search, it seems like with their new product. They're trying to take things away from Google. Looking at resistance in this stock, you have a high here at 27.43 and 27.65. So let's just call that whole area 27.50 as major resistance. Looking at the chart here in the pre-market, we did pop up to 27.32. So keep an eye on that level if you're looking for an exit point on a possible long in that stock. Coming down in the pre-market, 27.20 was yesterday's high. We've dipped below that to 27.10. So you're going to have support at the close. Currently, where we're trading 27.15. The news of a Facebook getting in here, as we said, it looks like they're trying to increase competition for Google here. Google just had a rotten day yesterday, cracked through the $800 level. Which had been, just a nice swing number. People have been holding on to that stock long term. 800s just kind of ringing in their ears. Now we're a good $10 away from there, hanging out at 790. Looking at the daily here, had a couple lows in the 791 to 793 area. So now that will act as resistance. You do have a minor support point here at 784.40. But if things continue to go south with Google here, we could be trading down to the 780 level. You had a low at 777.77 on February 14th. So that could be another possible support point. And then if you get back up to the $800 level, I'm sure you're going to find some resistance as well. Apple just kind of hanging out here, not getting the pop that I've been looking for in the last couple days. Just hanging out here. We have 3 out of the last 4 lows right around the 426, 425 area. Currently just hovering above that. Really, if things get under 425 here, the big number in that is 419. That's been the low of the move. Just be careful with that. If you're trading from the short side and it gets through there and you think you're golden, if it dips under there, 416, 417, and then comes back up through it, you could get a nice rip in that. So let's keep an eye on that 425 area in Facebook. Moving on to some other stocks here in the Big Ten. Just AT&T, we had talked about that stock, breaking out from this area here. It took a long time to get to 36.80. Made a nice move, closed right off the high of the day. 37.96 was the high, 37.91 close. So you got to figure there might be some paper kicking around at the $38 level. So we use that as resistance. Above that, you could be looking at 38.38. So we're getting ready here for the unemployment number. We will take just a quick pause here, and I'll be right back with you. Jake on the news desk also was talking about this Carnival Cruise Lines. The price in that stock just continues to sink here. Took out the former low of the move at 33.08 yesterday. Made a 32.66 low. We're trading below that in the pre-market. So Carnival Cruise still in trouble, and Royal Caribbean is having trouble as too. Okay, wow, the number comes out and they're not liking it. We get a spike down here to 1537, kind of holding up. Minor support here at 1535 to 36 area. We're touching it as we speak right now. Jake had that call pretty good. He's off the horn with us, but he called it high expectations for the market here. We're going to have a down 20-point open in the S&Ps unless we can get a pop here pretty quickly. 1536 numbers holding up here for now. I will stop the regular broadcast